What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another ticker fee video and welcome to the ticker fee family. So as you can see, the ticker symbol we're going to be talking about today is Lkco or Luokung. So what we're going to be talking about and what the overall video is going to be elaborated on is going to be the recap, what's going on May 3rd and the importance of Form 6K, and then the announcement of the receipt of Nasdaq notification letter and a request for an emergency court relief, followed by a chart analysis and price prediction. So we have a lot to talk about. I'm super excited to cover it all. And thank you always for the support. Thank you for being here and tuning into this video. And let's go and get this video started. Okay, so if you actually look in the database with the United States District Court, if you look down at this pictogram and look a little bit lower towards the bottom, you're going to see Luokung Technology Corp. And the U.S. Department of Defense. So you've got the judge, and this is on May the 3rd, 2021 at 11 a.m. And this purpose is going to be the preliminary injunction hearing. So I want you to see this because this is going to be a really important day. And again, I'm going to update you on the information of what's taking place. But as you can see, here's proof of May 3rd, 2021, and see what's going on. Now, here you go. As you can see, 4/14/2021, they've got a Form 6K with Luokung Technology. This is going to be the report of the foreign private issuer pursuant of the Rule 13A16 or 15D16. Again, I want to inform you on what that is. So, current report of the foreign issuer, current report, again, April 14th, 6K. I just made a little circle of it just so you can see what the filings are and what's going on with the SEC filings with Luokung. So here are the key takeaways. If you don't know what a Form 6K is, it is required as a cover page for foreign issuer filing reports such as annual financial reports with the SEC. The purpose of the SEC Form 6K relieves the burden of dual report for certain non-U.S. issuers. So the 6K is also a catch-all for material information that arises between annual and quarterly financial reports. So here's the other thing I wanted to show you. As of April the 26th, you have a short volume of 4 million, a market volume of 13 million, and a short volume ratio of 30% for those that need statistics on what you're doing with this stock. Now, the other thing I want to point out is going to be Luokung Technology Corp, the institutional buyers. So there are 11, and there are open positions of 3. So even though all the events that are taking place with Luokung Technology Corp, people are still highly invested in the stock. So I'm trying to give you encouragement and confidence in this stock. Okay, so now I'm not a super fan of just reading articles, but all this information is extremely pertinent, and so I want to just go ahead and get started and read the whole thing. It's not very long, so just stick with me. So, Luokung Technology announces the receipt of Nasdaq notification letter and a request for emergency court relief. So what does that mean? First, do you know who or what Luokung Technology Corp is? They are interactive location-based service and big data processing technology, and this is based in China. Now, they announced that they received a notice from the Nasdaq informing the company as a result of the company being placed by the DoD. Now, of these entities operating directly or indirectly in the United States deemed to be a communist Chinese military company, which are subject to certain restrictions under the Execution Order 13959, that trading of the company's ordinary shares will be suspended at the opening business on May 9, 2021, and that trading in the company's securities will be halted at the end of the trading day. So on January 14, 2021, the DoD added Luokung Technology to the Section 1237 list. However, because of the DoD did not accurately spell the company's name, which is crazy, on March 10, 2021, the U.S. Department of Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Control, or OFAC, informed the company that it has formally delisted the misspelled company and redesignated Luokung using its correct spelling. So OFAC's letter confirmed that the restriction on trading the company's securities or derivatives would take effect on May 8th. Again, that was crazy that happened, but it did actually happen. At the opening of business on May 9, 2021, Nasdaq plans to file a Form 25 NSE with the Securities Exchange Commission, which will remove the company's securities from listing and registration on the Nasdaq stock market. The company plans to appeal the Nasdaq staff determination to a hearing panel pursuant to the procedures set forth in the Nasdaq Listing Rule 5800 Series. What is the definition, or what is the Form SEC 25? The company must issue a press release and post notice on its website of its intention to delist no fewer than 10 days before delisting becomes effective under the Rule 12D2-2. The delisting will become effective 10 days after the Form 25 has been filed with the SEC, and most reporting obligations are suspended on that date. So here are the key takeaways. Compliance costs for SEC disclosure requirements cost business millions of dollars annually. Going private is when a company liquidates its shares and delists from the exchange. Going dark is when a company moves from a major exchange to the pink sheets. The SEC major disclosure forms are 10K for annual, 10Q for quarterly, and 8K for current reports. So that is what a Form 25 is. Previously announced, the company, together with 2 U.S. shareholders, has filed a complaint in the United States District Court of District of Columbia. The complaint alleges that Luokung, designated as a CCMC by the DoD, and the restrictions associated with the designation under the EO signed by the former president, which is unlawful. In connection with this lawsuit, the company has filed a motion for preliminary injunction asking the court to prevent the enforcement of the CCMC designation and the associated restrictions while the lawsuit is pending. In its motion, the company argues that it is likely to succeed on the merits of its claims, that it will be irreparable harm if the court does not issue an injunction, and that the balance of equities and the public interest favor granting an injunction. The defendants opposed the motion. The court will hold a hearing regardless of this motion on May 3rd, 2021, again, which is what I mentioned, after which the court will decide whether to issue a preliminary injunction. The company has notified the court that if it does not issue, the restrictions will go into effect on May 8, 2021. However, the company cannot predict when the court will issue its decision or whether the court will grant the motion. So, with all this information, let's actually look at the charts and see how it's extremely being affected in a positive or negative way. Automatically reading the charts, this catalyst has an upward trend due to the information that is being told, which is great. Again, we are closed higher than what we opened up at, and as you will be able to see by reading the charts from April the 21st to April the 30th, we've only continued in an upward trend, which is great information. So what I want to say real quick before we break down Luokung is a few of the volatile also results and what's making the charts kind of break down, especially in March and throughout April. So that's going to be a few things. The first thing is going to be the retail investors. So you're saying, well, what does that mean? Retail investors. Well, it's going to be the taxes. Now, everyone knows about capital gains, but if it is your first time and you've made all these profits, you're going to actually have to pay taxes. So you're going to see retail investors selling their stocks. So you're going to see that in some of these more popular stocks. The other thing is going to be the hedge funds, which most people understand that with those companies, they have a lot of pressure and stress, and they have to make or surpass their expectations on bringing in profits every quarter. So that's a major result. So I want to point that out. The other thing is going to be the past 2 weeks, we've had these large cap companies give their financial results for Q1 or their annual results. And so depending on if it was positive or negative, it's going to, again, affect the charts, especially if your stock or any other stock is being affected because they're in this sector. So looking at this chart, again, we've had a wick go up. So on April the 21st, the wick was able to grow pretty high, which I like. I always like seeing that because we're starting to get more volume. So with those trades, again, the volume was 7 million. Then we fast forward to April the 30th, you've got 4 million. So the support is there. We're getting less resistance. Now we just need to see what's going on May the 3rd. This is going to be a major deal. So we're going to have to see those findings and what the emergency court relief and this Nasdaq notification letter of the receipt is going to be affected. We need to know this information. So this is a very big deal. But with all this information, it's giving hope and it's giving confidence, and it's being proof on the charts. Again, super excited. I can't wait to see what's going on. I've got a lot of skin in the game with this stock, so we're going to have to see how this plays out. So thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for taking the time. I really do appreciate it, and welcome to the Ticker Fee family.